Tammy and Tony said, we are on the scenic stretch.
They left this yesterday.
They left Florida yesterday.
Yesterday morning.
Oh my God, what did you do there? Where was that taken?
And
Listen.
let me finish this. We are on the scenic stretch. It is snowing lightly, and I am not thinking very good words.
Jeannie, will you give me a nap?
Isn't that
That's from Tammy.
Isn't that something?
It's snowing what?
Lightly.
That is sad.
Snowing lightly. It's getting
You were
ridiculous.
going to sit there, weren't you?
No, sweetie, I was looking for you.
You sure?
Yeah.
Well, there's another chair.
Dad, I want to hear something.
Okay. Okay.
I never heard this story, but I heard a story once
I don't know.
that you were pulling a car home, and the car you were pulling it with didn't run too well.
Oh, that was no. That was when he was going to the auction,
So you had to run the car
and you had that
behind you.
Corvair pickup and the Volkswagen behind it on a tow bar.
Remember
You
you're
want to
telling-
start to the finish?
I do.
Yeah.
I remember that.
I took
telling me
off
about
to
that.
go to the Flint Auto Auction because I took the car,
The Corvair
Corvair van
pickup, yeah.
from Smith,
Uh-huh.
the restaurant owner.
Sonny Smith.
Right,
Sonny
right.
Smith.
Mm-hmm.
I took it in and it ran so terrible, that's why he wanted to get rid of it. And I sold him another van. However, what am I going to do with it? I can't overhaul the damn thing because the Corvair at that point in time had, well, what would happen is it'd get too hot.
Yeah, they were air cooled.
Well, you get too hot and the pistons were shot. So I knew it was going to be expensive. So I thought, and it would run. So what I done one morning, and I told your mother, I'm going to Flint Auto Auction in the morning. I'm going to get up at 3 o'clock in the morning. And I am going to take this Corvair I took from Sonny Smith and take it to the Flint Auto Auction.
Yeah, but you had a Volkswagen behind
No,
it.
wait a minute. Hold it. I'm going to start from the start.
Okay,
What's the story?
okay.
So I got up, started that damn Volkswagen. It ran so bad, it ran so poorly, it couldn't make the hill going to the state hospital.
Oh my goodness.
Well, I still got to get this to the sale.
All the way to Flint.
Yeah.
I still got to get this
Yeah.
to the sale. So what am I going to do? I got a Volkswagen that I don't need. It's almost brand new. I'll hook a tow bar in that son of a bitch, and I'll put it behind that van, the Corvair van,
Behind it.
behind it
On a tow bar.
on a tow bar. Anchor bumpers, anchor bumpers.
Yeah.
Now here's the Volkswagen.
Okay.
And I'll start that Volkswagen up and run the throttle about 3/4. And turn the key on. And when I go ahead, that motor will start of that Volkswagen.
Roll over when you move forward.
And it'll stop.
So now I got a push, I can make the hill.
Well, what happens though when you want to stop? That motor's revving up.
The Volkswagen didn't have enough power to hold the brakes of the car, of the
See, it's
vehicle.
a
in front of
stick
it.
shift Volkswagen.
Okay.
Yeah,
So you come up to a stop sign and hit the brakes.
it was in high
Volkswagen
gear.
stalls.
Oh, it would stall because
Just
it's
like
in
not
fourth
stepping
gear.
on the clutch,
There you
see?
go, because it's in fourth
And
gear.
it just
Okay.
stalls.
So it is like, ee. Okay.
No, it isn't.
Okay.
And then when you go again,
It starts.
it start back up. It was a hell of a good
That's
idea.
exactly
Good
what
idea,
happened.
Dad.
So I drove it to the Straits of Mackinac. I don't think the bridge was in yet. I'm not
Probably ferry then.
Yeah, and I drove it on. And,
Well, tell them when you got to Gaylord to get gas.
well, I know. I always stopped at the Standard Station, and he used to be a Newberry person. And I always stopped there to get fuel. And I stopped there, and he said, Ray, that damn Volkswagen is hotter than the son of a bitch.
And you're towing it. He thinks you're towing it. Why should it be hot?
He said, why should it be hot? Well, I told him the story. I said, it's pushing that Volkswagen, of that Corvair, because they don't have enough power to climb the hills. Oh, wow, he said, you want that gassed up too? I said, fill her up.
So that you took it all the way to Flint, Dad, or?
There's a
More?
lot of things to the story.
Okay.
But from Gaylord, and I went to Clare.
Yeah, see, 75 wasn't
Wasn't built yet.
all the way then.
Oh, really?
No.
No,
Was it
10,
23?
So I had to
You had to
go-
go
I
down
had to
10 for a ways.
I had to go to Clare and then go over the
And
10.
then go to Bay City from Clare.
Uh-huh.
So, I said to myself, well, God, what am I going to do if it's icy? And I said,
Ooh.
well, I'll cover that when I get there. So I took off. And everything worked. Motor started, up in hills, down hills, up in hills. Yet I was doing great. I get into Clare, the goddamn roads turn right into a skating rink.
Oh. Are you by yourself, Dad?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I said, well, I got to get to the sale.
I gotta get to
There's only one goddamn way I'm going to get there, and that's go. Way I went down 10,
Yeah,
and
then
I'm
you come out at
heading,
Bay
and I'm
City.
heading for Bay City. And here's this is going like this, and this, whoa, whoa. This
Now the
goddamn-
Volkswagen is ship,
And this
fish
goddamn
tailing.
Volkswagen is trying to pass me.
So you were really fighting that steering
I was
wheel.
fighting.
Yeah.
So, I get down to, did I get the end part?
Well, 10, you'd leave Clare, you'd come out at Bay City, and then
Yeah.
you'd be on 75.
Then I'd be on 75.
Okay.
That's right.
There was that one stretch in between there.
And there was no 475 then either.
No, no.
I had to go down
Don't you go down to
Bristol Road.
Bristol and Dort?
Yeah. So I maneuvered it back to the sale, and it's now about 9:30, 10 o'clock. I'm plenty early enough. The sale didn't start till 11. And I had it pre-registered. All I had to do is go in
Come
and
sit down with us.
all I had to do is go in and sign the title and whatever you do then. So I get there, and the first son of a bitching thing that happened, they wanted to buy that Volkswagen.
No.
Well, I
And not the
And not the
Corvair.
Corvair.
And you didn't want to drive that home.
Good you couldn't.
well, shit, I couldn't get it home.
No.
Your Volkswagen was your power.
So what happened? One of my buddies, I don't know who it was, said, "Ray, what are you doing here? What did you bring down?"
Quit picking.
I said, "I brought a Volkswagen that pushed a Corvair wagon down here." Pushed? I said, "Yeah." And I told him the story. He said, "God damn it, we'll get rid of that Chevrolet."
That Corvette.
Yeah.
What?
You
You
got
went through
to.
that kind of trouble.
So, I ran it through, and the son of a bitch didn't bring. It brought me more, about $100 more than I figured I wanted for it. I only needed like $200-300
Well,
for
shit, back then you could buy a brand new car for $3,000.
it. So anyway,
Did you sell the Volkswagen too?
and the Volkswagen. Oh,
How'd you
that
get
picked
home?
up- I bought a car and went home.
Oh,
Bought a car.
Anyway, I don't think there's anybody. I don't think there's anybody that would do that.
I agree.
Oh, yeah,
I agree.
Who in the hell would have thought of it?
I agree.